also going to get 2 throttle handles. Both of these will be installed on the left side of the aircraft, one for the front seat, second for the rear seat. And these can be connected with either a control rod or they can be installed with a cable. We have a longer throttle handle if you have the optional left door, and then the push-pull rod goes underneath the door opening, so the person in the back seat has control of the throttle. You will also get rudder pedals, front and rear. They're basically the same, all 4 pieces, and they get connected up with a cable, so when the person on the front pushes his rudder, works the same on the rear. With the kit, you're also going to get a complete set of floorboards. Some models are different. You're going to get all the boards from the front to the tail. This is a 5-ply, 1/4 inch Baltic birch plywood. It comes just bare wood, so it's up to you to stain it, lacquer it, finish it any way you would, just like any normal wood product. Here you can see the lift struts. This is one of the items that we do not manufacture. We buy these things from Univer, and they're actually a PMA approved certified part. With the lift struts, on the end here there's a little tube, and that is the threaded ends that go in, that thread into the bottom of the aircraft. They come with a red epoxy primer, so you just give them a light scuffing, wipe them down, and paint them your final color. This little bundle here is your jury strut material. The jury strut is a piece that goes halfway from the strut attachment point on the wing to the bottom of the airframe. And these little pieces go down and just keep the lift strut from bowing in the middle. You can see on here, we've basically mitered the end, but there's no hole. There's a little bit of manufacturing involved here. So we don't paint these. This is one of the only steel items that is not painted, because you may have to do some trimming depending on whether you have auxiliary fuel tanks or not. Also, you'll get a little bag with the clamps. You can see by the shape, these go around the front and the rear lift struts, and they allow you to clamp your jury struts onto the main struts. And there's little tabs that have a spreader bar, this little piece in here. This bundle here that will arrive with your kit includes aluminum stringers. Piper used a wooden stringer. We've decided to use a much stronger, more stable extruded aluminum stringer. So we actually extrude these ourselves. We have 4 large profile stringers and 2 small ones. Also in this package, we have 2 lengths of aluminum piano hinge, which is used on your baggage doors and your engine cowling doors. Also, this package here is 4 tail brace wires that stabilize your vertical fin and your stabilizers. Now, this bundle of stringers we've opened up and we've installed them on the airframe here. You can see the stringers, top, bottom, a little profile on the side. These stringers give the airframe that traditional Super Cub look. So when the fabric goes on, this is the shape you see. Also, we have our 2 lengths of piano hinge. And this bundle here is your tail brace wires, and they attach and make a box all the way around from your bottom of your tail up to your stabilizers, up to your vertical fin, and back around. Okay, now we are going to start talking about our wings. First thing I want to do is explain our ribs. This is a rib that we're using on our Mackie SQ2 kit. You can see from this rib, which is a certified Piper replacement part, there are some differences here. This is a stamped out rib, meaning when they manufacture these things, they have a blanking die, which is like a cookie cutter, cuts the shape out. Then they have a forming die that comes down, clunk clunk, and bends up the sides, makes this shape. Very easy to manufacture, but is a little less costly for the producer to manufacture. We've taken a different approach. We make this style of a rib, which has an extrusion that goes all the way around the profile of the rib. This is a custom extrusion that we have made for us. Original Pipers, they had this center profile that went all the way around the perimeter. It was a T. This profile we have extruded is an offset L extrusion. That leaves you 400 thousandths of an inch, just over 3/8, that you can get rivets in here, and now you can use rivets in your covering system, which really speeds up the entire process. We then have cross bracing all throughout the rib that has AN3-4 hard rivets installed, and then we have a calibrated machine that squeezes all those rivets so they're the exact same uniformity of being squeezed every time. The other big thing is this rib weighs a little bit more than this economical punched out rib, but it is significantly stronger. So when you squeeze on these things, as opposed to squeezing on one of these things tend to buckle in here. They don't have the same strength. Now, just for example, I want to weigh both of these, and you can see the difference. I already know that our rib is a little bit heavier, but the weight is insignificant. When I weigh our rib, we'll throw it on the scale here, and this is a calibrated counting scale. You can see I am 0.9592 pounds. So that's pretty accurate to 4 decimal places. I'm going to punch in my calculator, 0.9592. Now, I'm going to weigh this Unibear rib. And I'm going to take this certification paper off, put it on the scale. No, I'll even zero this thing out. .9104. So I had 0.9592 minus 0.9104, a difference of 0.488 pounds. So that means that our rib is just under, I guess that would be a 1/16 of a pound difference. So that 0.0488 times 16 ribs in our SQ2 kit means that we're adding 0.7808 pounds. So we're just over 3/4 of a pound heavier in the entire wing. Sometimes a pound is worth its weight in gold because you have much more strength. We've got a higher gross weighted wing.